Hello and welcome to Stafford. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53 and I've partnered with Coach Dave Academy and Impel Motorsports to bring you this week's Learn to Drive video for late model stocks at Stafford as part of iRacing's 2025 Season 3 Week 9 official series. If you guys can, make sure you like and subscribe. It does a ton to help my channel. I'm a very small time racer here in Wisconsin. I have a late model parked in my garage that we've had parked all summer just because lack of sponsorship to be able to get on track. But I do have a go-kart that my daughter's been racing all summer, so we've been having a ton of fun with that at Badger Kart Club and Road America. So if you guys can, make sure you support us. Like I said, a like and a subscribe does a ton to help out the channel as well as the full video view. So let's kind of hop in here. So Stafford is it's usually a pretty tough track to race at on iRacing. It's pretty tough to race at in real life as well. It's one of those tracks where like it just is deceivingly narrow here, and the track kind of wads up, and a lot of people like to overdrive turn one. It's a track that's hard to pass, so you see a lot of weird things that happen. So let's head out for qualifying. It's going to be a lap one, fastest lap, and we are kind of experimenting with some different stuff this week. If you're a Team 53 member, we've got some different things going on for qualifying gears, so make sure you guys look at the notes that I've left in Discord, or if you're a Coach Dave Delta subscriber, make sure you check out the notes tab to know what you should be doing this week with the setup. So let's head on out here. While we're doing that, we can talk about my friends at Impel Motorsports. They are a next level sim rig dealer as well as a Moza dealer. A lot of the Moza stuff is starting to get sold out again, but the next level stuff continues to be in stock. So if you're looking to upgrade your sim racing equipment, head over to impelmotorsports.com. And then if you'd like to get free shipping, we have a special deal for people in the Team 53 Discord. Link is in the description below. Join our Discord. You will see in the announcements tab, if you scroll up a little bit, there is a way to get free shipping on next level sim rigs. So make sure you head over there. But let's head out for qualifying. Lap one is going to be our fast lap. You saw we did a little bit of tire heating just to get up to temp. We went high here in 3 and 4 to get a big run. If you guys are consistently losing out in qualifying and you're not tire heating and you're not going high in 3 and 4 coming to your fast lap, take a look at that, work on that, and see. It's anywhere for me between a half a tenth at some tracks that I'm missing out on if I don't do it. So definitely want to be doing that. Huge run coming off the corner here. You're going to see our speed here at the start finish line is going to be about 107 miles an hour. So it's pretty maxed out. We are nice and tight to the wall. If we look inside the cockpit here, you can see these dashed white lines are just kind of even with where my wrap here on the car is. So I know I'm up high enough. I've been on the sim long enough where I can kind of feel where I'm at. Some of you guys that are newer, you may need to look at your replays after the fact. Go outside your car, make sure you're good. So we notice turn one here, and it looks like there's a ton of room, and then it's just super sharp, right? So it's really easy to overdrive one. And it's probably one of the more important parts of the track is to make sure you're not overdriving turn one. So we're going to go down the front stretch here. We're nice and tight. We see this mini track here on the inside. We're kind of looking at these dash lines. As we get to the mini track, I lose the mini track in my A post. I start to turn in. It's something very simple to look at. From the far chase cam, we're not even there yet, but we're already starting to turn in. We get there, we're at the mini track. Now we're going to start to lift and brake. When we're inside the car, we lose the exit of the mini track here with the A post. I've got my triple screens going, so I can see the mini track here on my left monitor, but you guys can't see that. So we brake, we're going to turn in, and we're going to point this car down so that we take probably about half the car down here on this apron, and then we're going to let it slide up just a little bit in the corner. And then we'll cut it and we'll drive back down here on exit. So I'll show it to you inside the car, and then we'll go look at it outside the car here real quick. So nice little pumps. We get this car down. We're going to get pretty much the whole car down here. We decided to get a little more aggressive with the apron. You can see now too, as we get down onto the apron, we just start to let it float. We bring it up, keeping those left side tires right there on the white line, and then it's just a nice hard drive off. So let's give it to you outside the car just so you can see it to be able to make comparisons. Because my FOV is only going to be good for you if your FOV is the same as mine, which I can pretty much guarantee it's not. So we bring it in. Like I said, left side tires for sure below on this apron. I actually ended up with the right side. You can see how much yaw this car is in. So it's angled with that right rear hanging out. We're packing air on that. This left rear is just kicking out kind of like a dirt super. We rotate. Center of the corner here as you feel the car come back onto the regular track and it starts to kind of push tight. Throttle up a little bit, and that's going to, with wheel turned in, and that's going to make this car loose, and it's going to drive it back down the track. You don't want to drift up to like the second lane or anything. You definitely want to keep it kind of in this first lane, right? Kind of where we are is pretty much perfect in my opinion. Just a little bump up, and then a nice hard drive off. I really try and get that left front right along that white line there, which you can see there, and then just let it drive up. Down the backstretch nice and tight. We look here at turn 3, and as we're approaching turn 3, it's kind of the same deal as turn 1. There's like this infield road course. When we start to lose that in our A post right there, we can't see it. We'll start to turn in. A little bit of brake. Drop that throttle. And then it's going to be the same deal. We're going to bring it in. We're going to grab this apron here, kind of this with the left side tires, and let that wrap us around the corner. Excuse me. Wrap it around the corner, kick the butt out, and then it's just a nice little hard drive off here for a 19718. So you can really see kind of that drift around the corner there, throttling up and carrying out. So what we'll do now is we'll go inside the car presented by my friends at Overdrive Racing Oils and Lubricants. They are an independent AMSOIL dealer. If you're looking to do your own oil changes, if you've got your own race car, head over to my friends at Overdrive Racing Oils and Lubricants. Link is in the description below, and they'll get you hooked up. I put AMSOIL in my personal car. I'm seeing about 2 miles per gallon better fuel efficiency, so it's been worth it to me. So let's head inside the car and we'll take a lap. And there's our 718. So let's head back here. Race trim, we're seeing about 2-3 tenths slower. Mostly it's just due to fuel. Um, I will say on a 90 lap race here at Stafford, it's going to be very difficult to make it the full race run without running out of fuel, or without running out of tires. Sorry, not fuel, tires. This track is generally pretty abrasive and it's really difficult on the right rear tire. So one of the things that you're really going to want to do is watch how hard you're pushing it. Some of the top drivers, you're going to see us running what seems like full tilt for pretty much the whole race, but I can guarantee you that there is some level of save going on for pretty much all of us. So the race trim here, the big thing to watch out for is just going to be how hard you get on throttle. So instead of like 100% or an 80% throttle, maybe look at going to 60 and then 80. I tell guys this all the time that I'm working with. What you do the first 5 laps of the run is going to dictate what happens to your car 20, 30, 40 laps into a run. So it's really, really important that we just kind of take it easy and make sure that we're not overdriving things, and that will definitely help you out as you're getting on your journey here. But the racing here at Stafford, generally speaking, early in the week, and it's been kind of this general rule everywhere, is really difficult. A lot of wrecks early in the week, and then as the week goes on, it seems like the racing kind of cleans up, and you guys get a lot more green flag runs. So let's talk about passing zones, passing areas for you. Turn 1, easiest passing zone there is. What you do is you're going to go in and you'll dive it in low. A lot of times guys will take it all the way down to this yellow line, and then as they get mid-center, when everybody's starting to slide up, they'll just bully their way up. I see that a lot. It's not necessarily the preferred way, but sometimes it's the only way. The other thing too that a lot of times will happen is guys will get a really good run here on entry, and then corner exit is another good spot. You know, if somebody's running a little shallow or they overdrive entry and they're trying to like outbreak you, so to speak, you can get a huge run on them coming off the corner, get underneath them here, kind of going down the back stretch, down the front stretch, and then you can just beat them to the corner. See that a ton here. Um, Exit of 3 and 4 sometimes becomes a pretty good passing zone for guys. You really have to be careful though here because guys will park it to wrap their car around the corner. And if you get stuck underneath them, there's really not too much you can do. And I do believe, I'm trying to remember, it's been so long since we've raced Stafford in the late model stocks, but I do believe that Stafford is a track that the outside lane will start to come in at. At least you can defend for a few corners using the outside lane. Not necessarily one that you can make your primary objective, but you can definitely defend, assuming the car below you respects you, that you're underneath them. So that pretty much should be everything for Stafford this week. Like I said, qualifying is going to be really, really important. It's super difficult to pass here. And then from there, it's just going to be managing your tires and managing your race. So if you guys can, make sure you hit like and subscribe, especially if you've made it to the end and you haven't already done so. Head over to the Team 53 Discord. We love having new people in there, and we will see you guys in the next video.